All right, high rollers, we all know darts isn't just about the players, it's about the fans too. In fact, without the fans, MVG wouldn't be the multi-gazillionaire that he is. He'd have to become a backroom hustler. In darts, as in any sport, there are your so-called super fans. I would consider our guest today one of those. But it was her Twitter bio that caught me. Darts through the eyes of a woman. She's a German teacher and student, loves the game, follows it closely, and joins us now from the Netherlands. Merel von Selm at Merel180. Merel, appreciate your time today. Thanks for being our high roller today.
Well, I really appreciate you asking me. Thank you.
I follow you on Twitter. I use some of your tweets in those recap videos. I do a lot of great information and interesting perspective, too. I understand you're in the northern part of the country there, born in the same city as Vincent van der Voort, the big man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Really support him as well because, yeah, you have to support the people that live in the same city as you were born, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, we're going to talk later about some Dutch players, but wow, the game has exploded there, right? A real hotbed, great action in the Netherlands right now, great players, great time to be a fan, I suppose.
Yeah, that's right. I guess when my parents were fan of darts, they only had Van Barneveld and Stompie, and my mother was actually a fan of Taylor, but now we have like a lot of players and a lot of tournaments here. So I can go to like whatever city I want. I can go to like a lot of cities, like in every one of state, but province there are tournaments. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to watch the darts here. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have a real advantage over there. In Canada, I don't know if people understand, but we're so spread out. You know, it's a plane ride, a couple of hours to get anywhere. You guys got some travel advantages over there and can get to and fro with all these different venues.
Yeah, that's right. Well, from here in the north, I live like all the way up north to the way south in the Netherlands. It's like 2.5 hours driving. That's like the longest you have to drive. To Germany as well. You know, next week I'm going to the Bulls German Open in Germany, and that's like 2.5 hours driving.
Wow, dedication. I like it though. You're getting about. That's good. Now, as I mentioned, I use a lot of your tweets. I do appreciate they help. The retweets do too. So thank you very much. Now, I see on your Twitter banner, Mikuru Suzuki is on your Twitter banner. You're a big fan of hers.
Yes, I love her. I absolutely love her. Yeah.
You love her. Wow. Okay. She wins the Lakeside. She plays with flair and style. What makes her so special in your eyes?
Well, of course, she's the first female player to win the Lakeside. That's not from England, but from Asia. That's, of course, very special, and she's really good. She can throw like 90 plus averages, which is kind of special for ladies darts. Because when I go to tournaments, I see a lot of ladies like play 70, 80 averages, and she's way above that. Of course, you have Lisa Ashton as well right now, but she's really great and also pretty, how do you say it? Constant.
Yeah, she's steady.
Yeah, steady. And of course, she has like the walk-on song, Baby Shark, which really suits her, and everyone knows she has that walk-on song, and she knows she does that thing with her hands, that the little dance that belongs to Baby Shark.
The fans have been really receptive to her too. They like her. She's really got some showmanship, and they were on their feet when she came out to those walk-ons. They loved it.
That's right. I was at the Dutch Open, and I was standing like next to her before she was doing that walk-on, and we were actually doing that Baby Shark thing together. So that was really fun. She has a great interaction with her fans as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. I also see the phrase on your Twitter banner, she follows me now in Dutch. Always exciting when a superstar of the sport checks out your stuff, right?
Yeah, that was really special. And it was like with her and with Sego Asada. They are like my two favorite players, and they both follow me. I remember when that happened, and I was like, whoa, really? You noticed me? Me, like, I'm not that important. But, yeah, that was really special.
Now, what is it? We're going to talk more about Suzuki in a second, but what is it about Sego that you like? What about that match he had with James Wade at the Worlds? Holy man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think he's a great player, and he is so respectful to other players and to other people. When the thing happened with James Wade, everyone was talking about it. Everyone was mad, but he didn't say a word about it. He just said to James Wade, good luck with the rest of the tournament. I hope you're doing well. And I really like the fact that he's so respectful towards other people.
Yeah, and that guy can play, can he? I mean, he really put in some good performances at the Ali Pali. That guy's a player.
Yeah, that's right. He also recently won one of the Asian tours. I believe it was Asian Tour 4 or 3, one of them. So, yeah, he's doing really well in Asia right now as well.
We're talking about Miracle Mikuru. What a showing at the Lakeside. You touched on it there. I watched everything, in the final especially. When she threw in those back-to-back 180s, I was like off my seat, pulling for that 9-darter. That would have been amazing.
Yes, that would have been amazing. It was like, I was like sitting here on the couch and really hoping for her to do that. That would have been like a magic moment, like a historical moment in darts, I guess. But she missed the 7th dart, I believe.
Yeah, the 7th. It was amazing. I see you also got a new set of her darts, Jade from Target. One of the more stylish darts in the game, I got to say. They look real nice. How do you find them?
Well, I haven't played with them because I'm not going to play with them. I'm not going to get them out of the box, but I really love the look of them. I really hope to get them signed one day by her, but that's going to be a tough thing to get them signed. But I really love them. They are in my room right now, standing at a really nice place. And yeah, I'm really lucky that someone got them for my birthday. So yeah.
Well, that's a nice gift. I find this amazing. You're not going to take them out of the box. They're not for playing. They're collector's items.
Yes, that's right. That's one of Sego's darts as well.
Yeah, that's special. That's nice. Now, I read your bio. I was intrigued by it. Darts through the eyes of a woman. Tell us a little bit about this journey you're on with darts. You love the game, right? How did you get into darts and darts Twitter, I guess?
Well, it was like, I've always watched darts, but not very constantly, that I've watched every match on TV, but just like Ali Pali and some other matches when it like came by on television. And well, recently I've been through a very hard time with my job and things just weren't going right in my life. So I was home and I had a lot of free time, and I decided to watch the darts. And then I decided to tweet about it. And that really went well. After that, I also decided to watch Lakeside. And I decided to watch more and go to tournaments. And it actually all went really well.
It's a fun sport, isn't it, to travel to these tournaments? Tell us what happens when you go to a tournament, because you're not a player, right? I guess you get asked a lot of questions. Why are you here?
Yeah, that's true. When I went to the Dutch Open, I was standing in this line to wait for the finals room to go open, and I was alone, of course. I always go to tournaments on my own. I was asked, like, did you play this weekend? And I was like, no, I didn't play. I'm not a player. And they asked, who are you with? And I was like, oh, by myself. And they are like, yeah, you must live close then. And I'm like, no, I have to drive 2 hours for this. Yeah, why are you here then? What are you doing here? Like, yeah, well, and then it's a bit hard to explain to people who already drank like 6 beers that you are there as someone who's kind of reporting the stuff.
that would be hard, right? One of the pitfalls of going to a darts tournament.
And I don't drink, so it's a bit, last time when I was at the tournament, someone who had a couple of beers actually went and sat next to me. And within a minute, he actually was in my face. And I was like, okay.
You got to be careful with some of these guys at these dart tournaments. Now, listen, you mentioned it there, and I find it interesting. You're going to these tournaments as a fan, one, but two, also to report on it, and that your Twitter's going pretty good with all these darts updates. What are your future plans? Where do you want to take this?
Well, I'm going to do a new study. So I've studied to be a teacher, of course, a history teacher and German teacher. But I'm going to do a journalism and media studies because I love this darts and reporting thing so much that I really want to do I want to make this my occupation. Is that the right word in English?
Yes.
Yes. I want to do, make it my future occupation. Really, my dream is to become an analyst or commentator at Lakeside or at RTL 7 or Eurosport, or at some German TV channel, because I speak German really well, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a German teacher. But that's like a way future plan. I know that's gonna take a long while, I guess. But there are no female analysts on Dutch television, so I'd love to become the first.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're looking to make this your profession, your occupation. That's a great goal. I think you've got it in you. Interesting that more men play the game, right? I assume more men watch it too, but I got to believe that the men and women who love the game, they love it just the same.
I think so as well, yeah. Yeah.
Now, do you think men and women watch the game differently? Do you think women are more emotional, maybe? I don't know.
Well, that goes for me. I can only talk about myself, I guess, because I'm an emotional person and I do a lot of on feelings. So if something feels right, then I'm supporting you, and if something doesn't feel right, then not so much. And if sometimes people come at me, so for example, when I was at the Westfish Open, I was reporting about Diogo Portela, and he actually came at me to thank me for my support and ask me, can you please come watch my next match? That really helps me to enjoy the matches more, like a player more.
Well, that's amazing. Diogo, we just had him on. Did you happen to hear that interview? What did you think? Great guy, right?
Yeah, he's really nice. He's really nice. How do you say a gentleman? He is a gentleman, yeah.
A couple of tweets of yours I thought were interesting. You talked about your goal of making darts a profession for you. You posted a pic of Renata, one of the scorekeepers for the PDC, saying, "I don't see female markers that often on stream matches. Great to see." So I guess your belief is that there needs to be more women in other sides of darts besides just playing.
Yeah, it was just something that I saw at that moment, and I was like, I didn't see that before. Well, people told me, yeah, she is there for a long time, and there's one other, but if it just are two women marking, that isn't much, and you don't see female callers. I don't know about any female callers.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's a lot of talent amongst females who can call. Where are you guys? Where are you? Oh, where are you girls? Where are you?
Well, I gotta believe they're coming. I mean, darts has grown so much worldwide, right?
Yeah.
All right, you mentioned callers. Let's talk about some of the callers. Great callers in the PDC, all of them men. They've all got their own style. What do you think of the callers in the PDC and the BDO? I know you like Marco Meyer.
Yeah. He's a really nice guy. I've met him twice now, and he is one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Because what I've said, I've been through a hard time, and he was really supportive about my tweets. Because after Lakeside, he actually tweeted, I really enjoyed reading your tweets about Lakeside. And I don't think he realizes how important that tweet was for me at the time. To hear from someone who I was supporting that he appreciated me doing the darts tweeting, hearing from someone that I was being appreciated meant a lot to me back then.
It's amazing, isn't it, how somewhere across the world someone can put out a tweet and it can make someone else's day or even week or even year.
Yeah, that's right. That's amazing. And actually, after that, I met him at the Dutch Open, and he said the same thing to me. You're doing a great job. And it was at that point that I thought, I'm supporting you, you're supporting me, and that's enough right now for me to say I'm going through with this. And I really like doing darts Twitter, and my friends, they said to me, yeah, you're doing a great job, and you really like this, and you're smiling again, and, you must do this as your future career. And, about Marco, why am I supporting him? Because I think he's great. He has a really powerful voice, a smooth voice, and I really hope that the PDC will take him when they need new callers.
There you go, a job reference for Marco. I like it. Now, of the PDC callers, which one do you like the best? Which one has the most flair, the most style?
Well, as whose voice I like the most, I think Kirk Bevins.
Kirk Bevins, the Kirkulator.
Yeah, I really like his voice. I really like his style. But I also like Hugh Ware because he does a lot for the LGBT community. And I really appreciate that because as a teacher, I try to do a lot for my kids as well. Also for my LGBT kids. And I really appreciate how he does that.
Now, one of the things I like about the PDC, what they seem to do is let their people be personalities, from their commentators to their callers. They all have their own personality. They run with it, and I like that about them.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Without the characters and without the personalities, I think it would be a lot more boring. I like that, for example, about Mikuru Suzuki, and I think she would fit in the PDC as well. That she also is like a lot of personality. She has a lot of personality.
Wouldn't that be something, eh? Suzuki in the PDC. Wow.
That would be great. I hope there is going to be a female qualifier again this year. You know, last year we had Lisa Ashton, who did great, and Anastasia Dobromislova. But I hope this year there will be a female qualifier again, and Mikuru Suzuki wins that. So that would be great.
It'd be very interesting. Now, I know you watched the German Darts Championship. It's come and gone now. Couple of points. What did you make of the MVG upset? Keegan Brown wins there, and also about Daryl Gurney winning the whole kit and caboodle.
Well, I'm not a big fan of Keegan Brown, but you know, he deserves it. He was better. So, well, in the end, MVG had a great average, but, well, even with great averages, you can lose. We all know that. And, of course, it's a shame that a lot of Dutch players went out early in the tournament. But, well, it is what it is. Gurney winning, well, actually, I'm a fan of Gurney, so I'm happy with that. Yay.
Yeah, he played very well. One of the tweets you put out there, you said a lot of nice Gurney gifts can be made out of that match. What did you mean by that?
Well, there is this gif from Gurney where he's like very happy, and I use that gif a lot. But you remember the moment where he fell down on the floor when he won?
Right.
I think you can make a nice gif from that.
Well, you tweeted this out. You said that picture, and I don't know if the Twitter translation is off, but you said that picture is the hammer. So beautifully done.
Yeah. Well, that was like a German tweet, and saying like, das ist der Hammer. That's like when you say that's awesome.
Awesome. Okay. Definitely awesome for Super Chin. He moves up to number 3 in the world. It was a great tournament. A lot of upsets. We mentioned the callers. I got to mention another tweet about a caller. You don't have to name names here, but you said that caller was making a lot of mistakes today. And it's funny, you don't think about it too often, right? But a caller's mistake can potentially disrupt the flow of match or even cost a player a leg by simply distracting them.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that tweet was about caller in the Asian Tour, and I think that caller is really funny, you know, and he did really well at the previous Asian Tour, and now he was like making a lot of mistakes. I don't even know his name, so if someone knows the name of the Asian caller, then please tweet me. But he was making a lot of mistakes, and I couldn't really understand him. But, you know, you just saw Sego standing at the board, and he was calling like 3 different scores before Sego could like take his darts from the board. And I was like, 100 isn't like a hard score to call, right?
Right. Okay, Dutch players now. We'll go rapid fire on this. Get your thoughts, a quick thought or two on each player. Let's start with Michael van Gerwen.
Well, I think he's great, and he's a great addition to the Dutch sport. And I hope he can win a lot of more titles.
The best in the world. He's going to become an all-time legend. I don't know about surpassing Taylor, though.
Well, I don't know that either. But well, I think Taylor is an absolute legend. And when people ask me, you know, who's the best player in the world, I always say Taylor, because he did so much for the sport. You can't go around that.
How about Raymond van Barneveld?
Oh, yeah, Raymond. Well, it's just sad to see him like this. It's hard. You know, he made darts great for the Netherlands, but it's hard to see him like this. I hope he gets his form back, but to me, it would have been nice if he quit after Ahoy.
The machine gun Jermaine Wadamena.
Okay, Jermaine, well, I hope he wins the title, because I think he's good enough to win something, but he's just not steady enough, if I can say it like that. And I really hope he will go to the World Cup with MVG. That
should be the team, right? MVG and Wadamena.
Absolutely. He deserves that. He deserves that experience.
Jelle Klaassen.
I don't even know where Jelle is. I mean, where is he? He used to be so good, but I don't see a lot of him anymore.
Ron the Bomb Meulenkamp, the lefty.
He's lovely. He's a really nice guy, but his matches are always really tense. When he can be like 4-0 up and then just let it all go, and then win. His matches are just way too exciting for me. But I hope he can keep up the good form and win.
And what do you make about Muhlenkamp's physical transformation? He's lost a lot of weight. He's a whole different person.
I envy him a bit. I lost 8 kilos myself recently, but as much weight as he lost, just respect to him.
Lastly, your hometown boy, Big Vincent.
He's a great player, but also not steady. And I think he can win or he can get better than where he is now. But that goes for a lot of Dutch players. They are just not steady enough.
Well, speaking of a lot of Dutch players, a lot of good ones on the BDO too, right?
Yeah, Harms and Veenstra are doing really well. They are like the number 1 and 2, if that's still how it is now. I don't know if anyone has surpassed them by now. But they are doing really well as well, yeah.
Miro von Selm, I really appreciate your time. A Dutch superfan, darts through the eyes of a woman. Check her out on Twitter, Miro von Selm, at Miro180. We wish you all the best with your chosen profession, darts. I wish you all the luck with that, really do. Barry Hearn, if you're listening, grab this girl up right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you. Thank you for your time.